I've got the top 30 prospects in minor league baseball this week. Stay tuned. What's up, everybody? Kyle here at Let's Talk Wax with this week's prospect hot sheet. We are in week number 5, and this is a weekly series that I do, and I cover the top prospect performers from the given week. If you guys are interested in this content, if you like Bowman Chrome baseball cards, Topps baseball cards, please subscribe to my channel and help me reach my goal of 5,000 subscribers. Big shout out to everyone that's helped me reach what I've gone so far in this channel. It's a big week for collectors. 2022 Bowman dropped today, and I know a lot of you guys are ripping, so good luck with your rips. I hope you guys pull some really nice stuff. I'm anxious to see what pops up in all the groups and social media avenues that I'm in. If you guys are interested in my exclusive content, I did a complete breakdown of all the prospects on the 2022 Bowman checklist on my Patreon page. I have all the releases since 2019 broken down. I have a top 100 Bowman Chrome Autos list and a top 100 Bowman Chrome Autos under $50 list. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, I'll put a link in the description to that. It's only $5 a month, and I give a lot of free stuff away over there as well. And as I mentioned before, if you enjoy my content, please subscribe. I appreciate everyone who supports the channel. But let's go ahead and dig into the top 30 prospects from this past week in minor league baseball. All right, guys, so I'm going to start with my top 15 and then go to my honorable mentions. And for you guys that have, this is your first time watching Prospect Hot Sheet, I have these guys broken down into a few color categories to help you get a better idea of what they're capable of and what they're doing right now. So the green area is just their basic information, their name, their organization. I do decimals for the age to give you an accurate number of how old they are, because a 19.9-year-old is a lot different than a 19.1-year-old. So I also give the level and the position. Now the purple spot is their line from the week, and that's what got them onto the hot sheet. And the yellow bars are their season average, season ISOP, and season K percentage. And we're starting to get into quite a few plate appearances with players this year. I think most of the guys are up to about 80 plate appearances. So we're starting to get a pretty good sample size on the season. But we're going to go ahead and kick this off with Marco Luciano, who I think we talked about a little bit last week. His stock really went down last year when he struggled in high A, and he was super young, got sent to the Arizona Fall League and struggled there too. But he's 20.6 in high A. He was 7 for 16 with a home run, RBI, and 2 walks this week. On the season, he's really having a good season. His stock is going to slowly jump back up. He's hitting 328 with a 250 ISOP, so he is hitting for some power, a 22.5% K rate, which is way down from where it was last year. And he's in 2019 Bowman, and his autos are around $400 right now. He's a name that almost everyone in the hobby knows, and if you didn't, you do know now. But he's back trending up, and I'm really glad to see that. At number 14, we have Hunter Goodman, a guy I talked about who's a sleeper in 2021 draft, the catcher for the Colorado Rockies. He's a little old for the level. He's 22.5 playing A-ball right now. But he was 7 for 19 with 3 home runs, a double, and 7 RBIs. On the season, he's hitting 312 with a 273 ISOP and a 25.6% K rate. Now, his autos are only $12, but like I said, he's playing way above the average age in A-ball. You can find his autos in 2021 draft. Number 13, we have Luis Mieses with the Chicago White Sox, 21.9 in high A. He's an outfielder who went 9 for 21 with 6 doubles, 5 ribbies, and 2 walks. Now on the season, he's hitting 294 with a 188 ISOP and a great K percentage of 17.4. His autos were selling for $5 when this product released. I was able to grab 5 of his autos, I think, several months ago, just because he looked like a really good sleeper candidate. And he's having a pretty good season so far, but you can still get in on him pretty cheap. He's from 2021 Bowman Chrome, and his autos are around $10 right now. At number 12, we have Austin Wells, who is putting together a really solid season so far this year. He got really hot in the back half of 2021. He's with the New York Yankees. He's 22.8 in high A. I would love to see him get promoted to a higher level, but he was 5 for 16 with 3 homers, 5 RBIs, and 4 walks. On the season in high A, he's hitting 311 with a 213 ISOP and a little bit high K percentage of 27.3, but you can find him in 2020 draft, and his autos are around $75 right now. At number 11, we have a guy who I got a lot of complaints that missed out on the list last week. And he just barely missed the list last week, but he was able to get on this week because he had a really good, another really good week. Is Eduardo Garcia with the Milwaukee Brewers. Now he's 19.8, so he's about to be 20 years old, and he's about to be a little older than A-Ball, but he could get a promotion to high A. There's not a lot of competition in the Milwaukee system. In the lower minors, or at least in the high A level, but he was 7 for 18 with a homer, a triple, 2 doubles, 7 RBIs, and a stolen base. On the season, he's hitting .321 with a 179 ISOP, but the thing that's holding him back right now is his K percentage, which is 38.1. That may be why he is still kind of stagnant in A-ball, as he's going to turn 20 soon. They may be looking for him to try to fix that K percentage. It's a bit alarming, but he's still making enough contact and loud enough contact when he does make it to hit for average. So hopefully he can trim up that K percentage a little bit as the year goes on and keep putting up good numbers. So we're going to move into our top 10 with Pete Crow Armstrong in the Chicago Cubs at 20.1 years of age. In A-ball, we talked about him last week. He missed almost the entire 2021 season. He was 12 for 22. He had the most hits, I think, of any minor leaguer this week. He had a home run, a double, 4 RBIs, and 2 walks. So on the year, he's hitting .382 with a 221 ISOP, which is very, very important because when Pete Crow Armstrong was drafted and, the scouting report went out on him, he was said to be a contact-first type hitter. He's showing that clearly, but a 221 ISOP says a lot more than just contact for me, especially with a year off in 2021. So Pete Crow Armstrong could really, really increase his stock by having an ISOP anywhere from about 150 to 200. If you can keep it in between those two numbers, it's going to just increase his stock tremendously because he is going to hit for contact. So he's a guy to keep an eye on. His autos are $90 out of 2020 Bowman draft. Number 9, we have another big K'er, kind of like Garcia, Alexander Canario, 21.9. He is in high A with the Cubs, not the Giants. He was 10 for 22 this week with 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and 6 RBIs. Now he's hitting .286 on the year with a .273 ISOP. And we know Canario can hit for power. The big issue with Canario is can he get to that power in the upper levels with his K percentages lingering career-wise right around 30. And he's up to 37.6 this year. And his stock's kind of dropped because of that. His orders are down to $20 right now. He's in 2019 Chrome. I'm not really sure if it's a great buy because it's such a big risk, and I don't really take a lot of risks in this hobby. Guys that strike out a lot throughout their career tend to continue to strike out a lot throughout their career. So he's kind of a risk, but he does have a lot of juice. At number 8, fresh out of 2022 Bowman that released today is Curtis Mead. He was in my top 5, I think, autos in that release that comes out today. He is a big bat out of the Tampa Bay Rays system, super young. He's been challenged aggressively with his assignments, and he's held his own. He's 21 and a half years old in Double-A. He does not play a very good third base. We may see him moved over to first, but his bat can handle that pressure. With the move to first, it puts a lot of pressure on you offensively because any guy can play first base. But he's 7 for 14 with a homer, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, and 4 walks. He's hitting .317 on the year with a .286 ISOP. That's higher than most people's batting average in minor league baseball right now. And the crazy thing is he's only striking out in 11.8% of his plate appearances. So this is a big bat. This is a big contact bat, big power bat, a very diverse bat that is going to contribute at the big league level. Now, he's going to be pretty expensive, especially since 2022 Bowman releases today. His autos are comping right now with all the guys that got Topps pre-sale at around 150. So look for those to stay around there and trend around there until the next couple of weeks, until the heat kind of comes off of 2022 Bowman. At number 7, we have a guy I really liked in 2021. Had a great appearance in the Arizona Fall League. His autos are super cheap. The worst part about him is he's with the Phillies, who have just kind of struggled with developing really good bats. Logan O'Hoppe, he's 22 years old in A-ball. He just turned 22. He's a catcher. He was 6 for 15 with a home run, triple, double, 4 RBIs, and 3 walks. He's hitting 274 in the year with a 170 at ISOP. And another guy who's not K'ing too much with a 15.6 K percentage. Like I said, he's got $15 autos right now, which are still pretty cheap. I picked one up several months ago, and I think it was around 15 bucks actually then too. He comes out of 2020 Bowman Chrome, which is kind of a sneaky good product. There's a lot of guys on that checklist I like, and it's pretty cheap. Might be something for you guys to check out. Number 6 is an interesting prospect. He's not really a prospect because he's exceeded rookie limits, but he's back in AAA with the Washington Nationals. Luis Garcia. He made his big league debut when he was, I think, 19 years old. So it's really deceiving to see him as a 21-year-old in AAA after he's played almost 2 years in the big leagues. He struggled a little bit, but he had a big week this week, and a lot of people, I think, have kind of forgotten that he's only 21 and that the majority of guys, on this list are way older than that playing in AA or AAA. So he's 7 for 18 with 3 homers, a double, 7 RBIs, and 4 walks. On the season, he's hitting .337 so far with a 259 ISOP and a 14.2% K rate. Now, there are still some people that believe in him. His autos are 40 bucks. I kind of hope they would teeter off a little bit more than that. But he's in 2018 Bowman Chrome, and he's a guy we should not, as a hobby, forget about. Luis Garcia with the Washington Nationals. Keep an eye on him. So let's jump into our top 5 prospects from this week. We had some big, heavy hitters in this group, and we're going to start off with Edwin Arroyo. Now, Edwin Arroyo does not have a first Chrome auto. He only has a first prospect card in 2021 draft. He's an 18.7-year-old prospect with the Seattle Mariners. He's yet to turn 19. Playing in A-ball, he's a shortstop. He was 7 for 18 with 3 homers, a double, 4 RBIs, 3 walks, and 3 stolen bases. He's hitting .276 on the year with a 184 ISOP and a 20% K rate. These are really good numbers. He's off to a hot start. And like I said, he's only 18. He's going to turn 19 in about 4 months. So he's way under the average age for A-ball. And he's performing, and he's got a 20% K rate. A guy to watch right there, and a guy to hope maybe for an auto and a upcoming release. Number 4, no surprise. He's seen this list several times throughout since it started. We're on to our 5th week here. It's Ezequiel Tovar. With the Colorado Rockies, 20.8 years old, playing in AA. He's 11 for 23 with 2 homers, 2 triples, 4 RBIs, 4 stolen bases. He's hitting .342 right now with 316 ISOP and an 18.1 K percentage. He comes out of 2021 Bowman Chrome, and his base autos are selling for around $85. Now, I sold all of my Tovar right after he completely went off in spring training. I was thinking there's no way, based on what he's done in his career numbers, that he was going to continue to produce like he was in spring training, but he has, which is absolutely crazy. And I may have sold early, but I'm very known for my weak hands. And when I get a chance to catch a guy on a hot streak when he gets really popular, I always sell everything I have. So hopefully it doesn't come back and bite me in the butt. And kudos to those guys that actually held on to Tovar and bought Tovar, when his name was really up there, because he's continuing to perform. It's almost going to be difficult for him to not get a call-up maybe at some point this year if he continues to do what he's doing. At number 3 is another guy who we've seen several times on this list. He can't stop hitting. He's almost too old to be on it, and I forgot to mention that I don't take anyone 25 or up on this list. But Shea Langoliers was recently traded to Oakland A's in AAA. He's got 4 home runs this week. 7 for 17 with 9 ribbies and 4 walks. He's hitting .316 on a year with a 395 ISOP, which is a higher ISOP than anyone on this list has batting average. So put that into the think tank and wash it around. 17.7 K percentage. Now, all those are $35. And you can find him in 2019 draft. He gets the knock for 2 reasons: because he's a catcher and because he's almost 25. But he's absolutely going off this season, putting up crazy numbers, and that's really cool to see, especially as he was moved away from the Braves and into the Oakland organization. Number 2, another guy that we've talked about several times on the channel, actually, and In our breakdowns is Juan Yepez with the St. Louis Cardinals. He's another older guy. Langoliers and Yepez are two of the oldest guys on this hot sheet this week at 24.2 in AAA as a first baseman, 9 for 21, 3 homers, 3 doubles, 4 RBIs, and 4 walks. He's hitting .280 on the year with a .354 ISOP and a 25.6 K percentage. You can find his autos way back in 2016 Bowman, where he's a third baseman in a Braves uniform for $35, but that's no longer. He's playing first base with the St. Louis Cardinals. Juan Yepez at number 2. And at number 1 is probably one of my favorite prospects that I'm most excited about in all of baseball. Michael Harris, bringing home the number 1 spot this week, went 9 for 22 with 3 homers, 2 doubles, 6 RBIs, 3 walks, and 3 stolen bases. He's 21.1, just turned 21. He's playing in Double-A. He's a premium outfielder. He's a premium bat. He's got premium speed. There really isn't anything that Michael Harris cannot do. And being in the Braves organization, their market is very big. The worst thing that may happen to Harris is he gets overshadowed by some of the superstars that are already with the Braves. But I think he's going to be a big-time contributor to that system in the very near future. On the season, he's hitting .333 with a .253 ISOP and a sub-20 K percentage. This 21-year-old in Double-A just turned 21 with a sub-20 K percentage, a .250 ISOP, and a .333 average. Now, his career stats are very indicative of what he's doing right now. Harris absolutely blew up last year. He's continuing to trend up even more in 2022. So I'm super excited. He's a guy I'm really excited about. As you can tell, I've doubled it up on my excited words. But Michael Harris wraps up our top 15 prospects. So we're going to jump into our honorable mentions. All right, now our honorable mentions are in no particular order, and I'm going to try to fly through these so I don't ramble on too much. No surprise with Noelvi Marte making his first appearance on a list was 6 for 20 with a home run, 2 doubles, and 3 RBIs. Sherby Newton with the New York Mets. Now he's like 23 playing in Single-A, so his stats are a little inflated, but I did put him on the hot sheet honorable mention because he hit 3 home runs. So whether he's 22, 24, whatever, he's 23, I think, playing in A-ball. Miguel Vargas has found himself on this list several times with the Los Angeles Dodgers, was 7 for 18 with a homer, triple, 3 RBIs, and 4 walks. And as I said before about Vargas, I think if he was in any other organization in the planet besides the Dodgers, he would probably have a crack at the big leagues right now. I think he would be getting some time with some other organizations that aren't as stacked as the Dodgers. My man Jay Allen making the honorable mention this week. Super phenomenal athlete. He's picked up a ton of steam in the hobby. There's a lot of guys chasing Jay Allen now. 5 for 14 with 3 doubles, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and a stolen base. Milan Tolentino with the Cleveland Guardians organization. A shortstop that's in a middle infield stacked organization. Doesn't get a lot of love. He came out of, I think, 2021 Bowman draft. Was 7 for 14 with a double RBI, 10 walks, and 2 stolen bases. He's not going to hit for a ton of power, but he is going to make a lot of contact. He kind of reminds me of Tyler Freeman in the same organization. Adiel Amador with the Colorado Rockies is continuing to rake. His stock is way up. I think his base autos are around $70 right now, and I think on a couple months after release, they were like $25. After 2020 Bowman Chrome release. That's the product he's in. But he was 9 for 22, 2 homers, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, and 3 walks. He's just a breakout guy this year, Adiel Amador with the Colorado Rockies. Denzel Clark's first appearance on the hot sheet. He is a first Chrome only out of 2021 Bowman Chrome. He does not have an auto yet. He's 6 for 14 with a homer, 3 doubles, 2 RBIs, and 3 walks. Vaughn Grissom with the Atlanta Braves, another shortstop prospect in that system. 8 for 24, 2 homers, double, 11 RBIs. Josh Stowers, who is no stranger to this list with the Baltimore Orioles, hit 2 more home runs this week. Sal Frelick with the Milwaukee Brewers, super athlete, 8 for 22 with a homer, a triple, a double RBI, 2 walks. Jordan Walker, one of the most popular guys in the minor league baseball system right now. I think he'll be a top 10 prospect by halfway through the season. He's been aggressively assigned, so it kind of puts, he's kind of like George Valera out of 2022 Bowman. You know, he's been so aggressively matched against higher aged opponents that his numbers aren't elite, but he's just been challenged so much and still performing really well. So I don't think he gets as much credit as he's deserved. But George Walker made the honorable mention list this week. Matt McLain has done nothing but play well since being drafted by the Reds. He was one of the only guys in the 2021 draft class to actually receive a promotion in 2021. I think he's promoted from A ball to high A after maybe 10 or 12 games. So he's continuing to do really well. He's a super high floor guy. I don't see him ever achieving superstar status, but he's going to be a good big league player. 2 home runs this week with a triple, two doubles, and 2 stolen bases. Anthony Volpe making his first appearance on this list. He absolutely destroyed 2021, and it's really hard for the hobby to understand that season was probably an anomaly, and it happens once in a while. I'm not saying Anthony Volpe is not a great player. I'm just saying that for him to repeat what he did in 2021 is going to be very difficult. But he is going to play in the Bronx one day, barring that he does not get traded. He is a great player. He's in Double-A this year. It's his first experience there. He's 6 for 16 with a home run, a triple, a double, 6 RBIs, and 5 walks this week. And Royce Lewis with the Minnesota Twins, a guy I thought I would never, ever talk about again. He was drafted back in 2017. I don't think this is his first year since 2019 that he's actually played a game. So he's faced injuries, he's faced all kinds of different types of adversity, but he was 7 for 16 with a homer, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and 6 walks this week. So really excited to see Royce Lewis making a comeback after 2 years off from minor league baseball. That's going to wrap up our honorable mention. Now I know I could go on and on about all kinds of different guys that had great weeks this week, but I try to keep it to 30. So let me know who I missed, as you guys always do, in the comments, and I'll be sure to check them out. Most likely, I already saw what they did, but they just didn't quite make the cut. But there may be some sleepers out there that you guys kind of keep track of, because that's what I do with the guys I collect. If you guys enjoy this content, please subscribe to my channel, help reach my new goal of 5,000 subscribers. I'm super close, and I really appreciate all the support that you guys provide on the channel. It means a lot, and it keeps me kind of motivated when I hit a little bit of a lull with the videos. So if you want to check out my Patreon, I'm putting a link to the description of that as well. Lots of cool stuff over there. For $5 a month, you get a whole bunch of stuff. You go check it out. But as always, I appreciate you guys watching the videos. I appreciate the support. Good luck to everybody that's out there ripping 2022 Bowman today. Y'all have a good one.